This might take a few tries.
I'm Barry Allen. I'm the fastest man alive. I also think that I am on the wrong Earth. I'm gonna need your help.
Hey everybody, if you didn't hear, Tom Welling was teasing a crossover with The Flash, so I'll try to explain what he was talking about, what that means, and how it would work. Plus, they also confirmed that they're doing Legion of Superheroes in the DC TV universe this year, so it's going to be crazy. But if you're finding me for the first time, be sure to subscribe to get everything. Episodes are getting ready to start, so there'll be a weekly Flash Ring giveaway that I'll explain at the end of the video. So the big news first, like big Smallville crossover. I know everybody's like, how come Tom Welling wasn't the Superman on Supergirl previously? Well, he's actually a very private person, so he hasn't done really anything associated with DC TV since he ended his Smallville run. And of course, when Supergirl came along, they went to all the Smallville actors, like they went to the Terry Hatcher, Dean Cain Superman characters too, and were like, do you want to come on? So Dean Cain was like, yeah, of course I'll be on the TV show. But I think largely because of what Supergirl looked like in its first season, he's like, that's a totally different tone, totally different show. He said he turned them down. This is the audio clip from that.
I've been asked to like show up on some of the shows that, you know, whether it's the Arrow or the Supergirl and things like that. And that, I don't think that's necessarily for me.
That's what they asked me too. And I say the same thing. It's not because of disrespect. It's like, hey, we gave you 10 years. I gave you 7. It was great. It's just like Superman. Also, there's an ego to it. It's like Supergirl is a show with the lead characters, and I don't want to come in and be like a secondary character. That's not me right now.
And it's,
it sounds like a dick, but I just don't want to go, hey, Lex Luthor's going to show up for 2 episodes. It just doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't make any sense.
And it's a different show.
It's a totally different tone.
It's what they're doing is great. What we had was special, and I just don't want to mess that up. What we did was something else.
So mind-blower, Michael Rosenbaum was also probably offered the role of Lex Luthor in a guest appearance on Supergirl too. So they basically said that we don't want to come on as like a gimmick for an episode and then go away. But Tom Welling himself said that he was not opposed to doing crossovers. So he's on Lucifer now, which is another DC TV show, which isn't really connected to the DC TV Berlantiverse. It's kind of off by itself in the Fox universe. But the character he's playing on Lucifer is the first time he's coming back into the DC universe. So of course people have been asking him again, what about a crossover with Smallville? So he's like, I actually have an idea for a crossover. So his basic pitch for a Smallville crossover is just to have the Flash, Grant Gustin, run through Smallville, and that would be the set from the classic Smallville TV show. Like it'd be the Kent farm, like the clip that I included. So he hasn't completely said no to absolute crossover or anything like that. I think he's just reticent to actually put on the blue Superman costume. But I think the better idea would actually be to wait a little bit longer till he gets a little bit older, and you basically do an older version of the Justice League from Kingdom Come, and you throw like John Wesley Shipp in there with an older version of Wonder Woman. You could basically do the older versions of the characters. You could even wait till Stephen Amell is old enough to come back and visit the shows, because old shows will get cycled out. Like eventually when Arrow's done, Stephen Amell will go off onto other things, but he can come back and guest star as the Green Arrow on the other shows. Like Titans is getting ready to get started. So eventually we'll get to the point where we have characters from the DC TV universe that are old enough to play the Kingdom Come older versions of the Justice League characters. So you could just do that version of Tom Welling from an alternate Earth. And really the best thing I think about bringing him back into the DC universe, even if it is on Lucifer, is that he's been so private the last couple of years. I think getting him out of his shell a little bit and getting him warmed up to the fandom will get him a little more excited about doing crossover stuff. So we've already got the Aquaman from Smallville that's going to be playing a character on Titans. We've already got Erica Durance from Smallville playing Supergirl's Kryptonian mother on the Supergirl TV show. So there's just a lot of Smallville crossover that's already happening. It's just a simple twist of Cisco's powers to have them accidentally pop up on Smallville's Earth and legit connect it to the DC TV universe. So I think they're just waiting for the right opportunity for that. But if you did watch Smallville, you know that they did Legion of Superheroes.
I'm sure we'll be able to reprogram what's left of Brainiac into something useful.
Let's hope Brainiac 5 is a little more friendly.
I'm sorry I doubted you, Cal. You did stop Brainiac, and without taking a life. And if you ever want to meet the rest of the Legion, just put this ring on. I've reprogrammed it for time travel only. No flights. Not yet.
So, looks like you're gonna have to learn to fly without training wheels.
Just focus on 3009. We'll be there to greet you.
Thanks. But I think I'll stick closer to my time zone for a while.
Now they've confirmed that they're doing it on the Supergirl TV show, mostly through the Mon-El character, but they just cast a character called Saturn Girl, who's like a legit core member of the Legion of Superheroes. She'll be coming to help them out, and while they don't mention it by name, they just mention Saturn Girl. She just comes out of nowhere. She was born on Titan in the distant future, so it's not like she just pops up out of nowhere. Because at the end of last season, his pod went into a portal that looks just like the portals that Barry enters when he time travels. So the idea is that he's going to come back during season 3 and he'll have been to the future and met some of these Legion characters, but they haven't said exactly how they're going to tease that out. Only that Legion things are happening. They already teased the ring in the Fortress of Solitude, so the Smallville on the Supergirl TV show already knows that the Legion exists. But if you're wondering why characters, like when they know things like that, just don't tell everyone, it's just because they're not ready to do that story yet. So it'll be like, Saturn Girl, I know Saturn Girl, she gave me my Legion ring that's in the Fortress of Solitude. So just leave all your bonus video requests for Season 4 Flash, Arrow stuff that's coming up. My episode videos will obviously start posting. It's the second week in October when everything starts dropping. They changed the channel in Canada, so wherever you live in the world, just make sure you know which channel it's airing on and remember which day it's coming on. But here's my big recommendation for you. If you live in Europe, sometimes I think it's Sky that airs the episodes. They wait several weeks to start airing them. So I would just recommend that you find a way to start watching them when people in North America get episodes. Because if you wait, you will be a couple weeks behind, and there's so much stuff that's happening the first half of the season on all the TV shows. So there was a whole bunch of new Stranger Things Season 2 that dropped today along with Rick and Morty, so I'll try to get through those videos as fast as possible. But just a reminder that Stranger Things Season 2 is premiering at the end of October, and then obviously there's a whole bunch of Rick and Morty finale stuff that's happening now. So I'll say there's a new round of the Flash Ring giveaway. All you have to do to enter is just be a subscriber, leave a comment on this video. I'll announce a new winner the next time I post DC, which will be later this week. I'll talk a little bit about what's going on with Reverse Flash and the Reverse Flash that's Barry from that Earth X Fortnite crossover that's happening. So while you wait for that, click here for brand new Flash footage, and you can click here for brand new Rick and Morty. Thank you so much for watching. Everybody stay awesome. I'll see you guys tonight.